The Vista City Council listened to its constituents. Hear what we are begging you to do.
Now at 6, people push back on plans to use a Vista property for a mental health facility.
Baby's been rescued. Baby's okay.
Brand new video of 2 shootings involving San Diego police.
Roger, they're closed. I'm going to have to go. So sad.
We hear from customers as Sammy's Wood-Fired Pizza closes its Mission Valley location.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thanks for being here at 6:01 here on this Wednesday. I'm Eric Conrad.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. So glad you're with us, and we're all back together again.
That's right.
It's so nice. We have Evan Nurani back
Hello
from vacation.
there.
Good to
Greetings.
see you.
Back from the world tour. Glad to be back in your own
right.
bed, I suppose.
Oh, very
Yes.
much so. That's what the whole time I was gone, I was like, I can't wait to just rot on my couch.
Sometimes when you travel for a long time, you miss.
Yes, I want to
being
be a
home.
jet
Yeah.
setter. I want to be, catching flights, but I would rather be sleeping on my couch, and that I did. So it's good to be back. Hello, everyone. Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and we're expecting a lot of the same. We haven't had any major changes in the forecast while I've been gone, and it doesn't look like we're facing any changes either. That means coastal clouds continue. Hard-pressed to find the sunshine closer to the coast, but by the afternoon, we have indication of some sun. Upper 60s for coastal communities, mid-70s inland along the mountains, mid-70s, and maybe even some triple digits for the deserts. Coming up, we will talk more about what to expect through the rest of the week into your weekend. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Evan. And now this morning, some people living in Vista raising concerns about the future of Green Oak Ranch. It is up for sale right now.
County supervisors are negotiating a possible purchase of the property for a new mental health hub. CBS 8's Chris Groh is live in Vista, where a public meeting was held last night, and residents spoke out on this.
They did, and one of the main chief concerns that we heard from was some of the folks who use this property as a low-income RV residence, and for them, they don't understand how this could potentially be something where they're forced to leave, not know where to go, and then also see this turn into something that helps those who are experiencing homelessness. Take a listen.
We find it unthinkable and unacceptable that we all would stand to be practically made homeless, in my family's case, again, in an effort to provide homes for other homeless people.
The Vista Fire Department is in desperate need of a training facility. This land is the perfect location for that. Call volume is up all over the city, and our fire and ambulance resources are already stretched thin.
So Green Oak Ranch, the land has hosted Little League events, again served as an RV space for residents, but it could turn into that mental health facility because the county has entered negotiations to purchase 110 of the 138 acres for $12 million. It then would be an injection of about $335 million to build the facility. According to Supervisor Jim Desmond's office, it would have a max of 200 beds, but residents here in this area and in the RV park are concerned because they want to see this continue to be something that serves the residents of Vista. And other parties are potentially going to jump in to try to see if they can purchase that land. That includes nonprofit Solutions for Change that provides homeless services to families. The other is the city of Vista, which is what the residents want. They are calling on the city to purchase the land and turn it into a youth sports complex and more to keep operating it as the same. Now, that's what last night's meeting was about. They had a closed-door session meeting about potentially trying to jump into negotiations to purchase the land, and then we had that public comment where we heard a lot of people backing up that idea. Now, as for where things will go, we don't know because there were no action that was taken or publicly, again, voted on just yesterday. What we do know is that there will be a town hall meeting on June 30th to discuss this idea even further. Eric and Netta?
Chris Groh, thank you for that live update. And now, new this morning, San Diego police just released videos of 2 unrelated officer-involved shootings that happened within 24 hours. One in Chollas View on the night of May 19th, the other in the Morena district the next morning. We'll begin with the shooting in Chollas View where the suspect was holding a baby.
Yeah, the video from police starts with a 911 call of a woman who said her ex-boyfriend threatened her. Police say the suspect then took off with their 11-month-old daughter. We want to warn you, the footage is graphic. As a result, we decided to freeze the video, but you can hear the gunshots.
If the police come to this door, I'm going to kill everything in here.
Come on, head, get a shot! Don't move. Here.
The suspect that has been identified as 29-year-old Stefan Nuttall. Police say Nuttall ran through the 47th Street trolley parking lot. They found him in a wooded area near an apartment complex. Police say Nuttall was lying in a bush when officers told him to show his hands. Police say he pointed something at an officer while he had the baby under his other arm. Then that officer opened fire. Authorities later determined Nuttall had dropped a gun while going through the parking lot. Police say right now they don't know what Nuttall had in his hand when the officer opened fire. The suspect survived. The baby is okay, and per protocol, the sheriff's department is investigating. And San Diego police also releasing new video of an officer-involved shooting on Friars Road, this one on May 20th. Also want to warn you, this video is graphic, so we froze this video, but you can hear the audio of the gunshots.
So police say at about 10:30 in the morning, they received a call from a market on Morena Boulevard. The shop owner told police the man pulled out a knife and threatened her when she confronted him for stealing merchandise. Upon arriving, helicopter footage shows the man backing away from officers with what looks like a steak knife in his hand. And in the video, you can hear police giving the man commands to drop the knife, but he did not comply. Officers then deployed a taser. The man then starts running away from officers still. After a pursuit on Friars Road, police say the suspect puts a knife to another person's throat and then makes stabbing motions to the other person. That's when officers say they opened fire, shooting and killing that man. The man's identity is still being withheld.
Today, a review hearing is scheduled in the guardianship case of Maya Milliete's children. Maya went missing more than 3 years ago. Her body has not been found. The children's father, Larry Milliete, is charged with Maya's murder. Right now, the kids are living with their paternal grandparents, but Maya's sister is fighting for their guardianship. Larry Milliete's murder trial has been delayed several times, now to January 6th of next year. And no verdict yet in the double murder trial of a former TikTok personality. Jury deliberations continue this morning. Ali Abulaban is waiting to learn his fate for shooting and killing his estranged wife Anna and her friend Ray Barone. Abulaban is facing first-degree murder charges, but his attorney argues the killings were not premeditated and instead were a crime of passion. The jury must now decide if Abulaban should be charged with first-degree murder, second-degree, or voluntary manslaughter.
And now this morning, the county warning you about a potential tuberculosis exposure if you've been on the trolley blue line. Listen here, the exposure was between January 27th and February 29th of this year, so a month's worth. Impacted routes include 24th Street to Barrio Logan Center and stops between San Ysidro Transit Center and Old Town. Exposure happened usually between 10:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. The county says because of the inconsistency with the exposure, it is unlikely anyone was exposed for a long time. For more information, you can call the County Tuberculosis Control Program.
Taking a peek outside here, looks like it's going to be another one of those May gray days here, but it's amazing when you look at our microclimates and we're in triple digits in sun and different parts of the county.
I mean, inland, you got mid and upper 70s and sunshine versus overcast skies at the coast,
it's like
60s.
Sweater weather at the beach.
Yes, exactly. So hugely dependent on how far east you are or how far west you are. In this case, it's right along the coastline. This is Coronado. Still a gorgeous start to the day. I mean, you can't discount it, but you have to consider that the sweater might be necessary and that you might not need as much of the sunscreen on hand as you do if you're out in the sun farther east, towards Santee, toward El Cajon, for example, where afternoon highs are going to be well into the 70s. Along the coast, however, mid-60s. This is an issue affecting the entirety of the Bight, from Santa Barbara through LA, Orange County, down through San Diego. We've got it all on hand. That cloud cover stretching pretty far to the east and then pulling back each mid-morning and toward the afternoon. We start to get more and more of that sunshine on hand. Live look outside from Otay Mountain. This is facing north. Gorgeous out there. You can see the sun is coming up, but we are mostly below this layer of clouds out there. So sunrise was 5:42, and we are not seeing a lot of it. But as we see with each morning, those clouds are going to start to pull back farther east, better opportunity for that sun, and it is still nonetheless a gorgeous start to the day. 57 for Carlsbad, Encinitas, and Del Mar right now. Good morning to you in Poway at 58 degrees, Escondido also at 58, and Alpine a little bit cooler at 53, along with Julian. Good morning to you at 54. Dry skies persist all the way through the rest of the weekend into next week. No major adjustment in the forecast. Upper 60s along the coast, mid 70s inland each day. May gray will transition to June gloom, and that means that those morning clouds will persist, especially close to the coast. Let's talk about traffic. It's 6:10 right now, and it's been a very quiet start to the morning commute. Starting to see a little bit of congestion on the northbound 5 in the Chula Vista area. You can see a little bit of yellow and orange in that area. Also want to take you to the 5 in the Del Mar area, actually a little bit closer to the Encinitas area. Shoulder blocked with a crash on the 5 southbound. This is at Santa Fe Drive. We're starting to see some minor congestion on the southbound lanes of the 5 there. CHP is on scene working to clear that. Should be able to clear it rather quickly. This is just the shoulder block, so it doesn't look like any of the lanes on the 5 are blocked. Should be able to head through that area with only maybe a minute or two of delay. Checking in on your border wait times. Right now, 135-minute wait, taking a long time to get across the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Over 2 hours. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, still going to take you about an hour 20 in total, but you will likely get through the Otay Mesa Port of Entry decent amount faster, almost an hour faster than what it will take along the San Ysidro route. I'll send things back to you.
All right, Evan, thank you. And still ahead, the fate of former President Donald Trump about to be in the hands of a jury.
Plus, more civilians killed in a humanitarian zone in Gaza. What Israel is saying here this morning. And will reusable plastic bags be banned from stores too? An update on legislation by a local lawmaker.